Hey everyone, I wanted to come on here and do a little talk about how we share with our partner that they matter. I'm finding in this season of my life, and you've probably noticed more and more posts recently about how to kid-proof your marriage, how to really increase your positive communication versus always arguing, that I'm in a season of my life watching my friends and family members really struggle with connection. And the cool thing is that in the last year, my husband and I have done so much work on our relationship, and really started to apply a lot of the principles that I had been teaching for over 10 years with couples. It's so funny. You teach these things, and then when it's time for you to start using them, you kind of like, yeah, we don't really need that. But in reality, that's why I teach it, because we all need these tools. But it's a season of it's so easy to not be connected. It's so easy to feel like you don't have the time to take to really be with your partner and really show them that they matter. And so I was thinking on my drive today, how often we think we show our partner that they matter, and what ends up happening is that we're not really doing so. We're typically showing them how they matter in ways that they just don't see it, because it's things that matter to us more than them. Or if we're honest with ourselves, we're probably not even showing it at all. So, like, what do I mean by this? Okay, so if my husband, let's say he was like, okay, well, I show you that you matter by, like, I go to work every day, I do my 8 to 5, and like, I provide money for the home. Like, that is how I show you matter. Like, I'm bringing money to our home so that you don't have to, work harder than you want to, or you can have more time with the kids. This is how I show you matter. Well, if you are a mom, then that is super important. But in the day-to-day, you don't feel that, oh wow, I matter. That's something a little more abstract and long-term, versus if my husband came home and was like, I'm making dinner, you go like hang out on the couch, I would be like, oh my gosh, this is a moment in which I feel like you're showing me that I matter. So the difference between the two is, if my husband's personality type is very much the caregiver, in that sense of, well, I'm going to protect the family, take care of the family. And my personality type is more like, well, I like, words of affirmation. I like physical touch. Those things show me that I matter. Then when he's doing his thing and he's thinking, well, why can't you tell you matter? And I'm doing my thing and trying to show him he matters in the way that I needed to receive it, then neither of us are going to feel like the other person cares. And frankly, that's what I see a lot in my office, is that these couples come in and they're not showing each other really anymore levels of respect, of like just having admiration for each other, that they matter. And it's largely because they are so caught up in their own bubble of stress that it's like pointing the finger. But he's not doing anything to show me I matter. Well, she's not doing anything. Okay, so at the end of the day, if we just sit around and wait for one of you to show it, then if you're like my husband and I, and you're stubborn, you're going to be waiting a while. I would rather live my life and be in my relationship in such a way that I say, I want to go out of this, hopefully to the death, where I say I put my all into it, and I really was the partner that I wanted to be most times. I know I'm not going to be every time, real world, but most times I'm going to be that person that shows you that you matter, that shows you respect, that shows you care, that really puts you not necessarily first, but equal with me. And I'm going to stop playing so much of the victim role. And if you choose not to be that way, if you choose not to show me I matter the way I need to see it, if you choose to, just complain or be grumpy or whatever, that's about you. But I am going to live my life and be in this relationship in the way that aligns with who I am. Because often what happens in relationships when we stop being who we truly are and not aligning with our values and what matters to us in a relationship and how we believe we should be in a relationship, then we start to feel anxious, depressed, disconnected. We start to struggle. And so if you've got two people who are in a time of not sleeping well, being nagged constantly by kids, many projects to get done, so much on their to-do list, then you've got two people who are really in fight or flight mode on a regular basis. They aren't able to really go, what's for the greater good? Usually like, oh my God, I need to run, I need to get out of here, or I just need to lock myself in the bathroom and like rock and close my ears so that I don't hear it anymore. But we naturally disconnect because of the season of life we're in. But this is the season where I see so many divorces. And I see so many separations, and I see so many people looking at different ways to change their relationship so that everyone's still happy in it. And it's starting to tear away at who they are, at their core values. And as I start to empower them to be the person they want to be in the relationship, instead of pointing the finger and waiting for their partner to respond, then they start to reap the benefits after a couple weeks, because let's be honest, it's almost like PTSD of like bad relationship. If you've been arguing a lot, if you've been having issues, then if you come up to your partner with the attitude of gratitude and just admiring them and showing them their love language and being there for them, it's going to take a week or two for them to believe it's real. It's probably going to be, what do you want? Why are you doing this? And they might actually argue more with you because it's like, oh, this is uncomfortable. I haven't felt this in a while. And I don't want to believe it will stay this way because it hurts when it goes away. So my challenge to you is to look at, how are you showing your partner that they matter? And when you show them that they matter, is it the way they receive it? Or are you playing the waiting game and you're waiting for them to show you first? Because I'm sorry, friend, you're going to be waiting for a while. And I don't know about you, but at the end of the day, I want to know that I was living the life and being the person in my marriage that I actually want to be known for and be seen as, not the stressed out, tired, negative version of myself. It's up to you, though. You decide if you wanted to play the point the finger game, or if you want to start being that person that says, you know what, it does matter to me to show my partner that they matter, even if they're not on the same page yet. But I want to be in line with who I am, so that's what I'm going to do. So, how are you showing your partner that they matter? And are you doing it in a way that they actually are able to see it? That's your homework this week. Work on it, get back to me, let me know, post below. Are you doing it? Are you waiting a long time for them to start first? Have a great day, guys.